Hey folks, sorry this is last 3 fucking parts, but I don't have my unlimited time. So I gotta do it this way. Yes, I know it's just a movie. For those who said that, no shit. That's why he said it in previous videos. But this movie just sucked. And it deserves my ranting because it wasted my 2 fucking hours? This film deserves to be... Man, so far what have we had? A wraparound story, which by the way, after the story I talked about last... Okay, you have start of a wraparound story with dipshit dumb shits that you don't give a fuck about, that assault women, show them the tits, films their crime as they're thieves, films it, makes enough noise to rise the fucking dead, shittiest thieves in the world, and instead of taking all the tapes and getting the fuck out there, and not knowing where the fuck the tapes are, even though there's a fucking VCR right there, and they say there's no tapes, but there's a tape in there, and they decide to watch it next to a dead fucking body that they know it's dead. They know it. Then you got one where three horny assholes bring 2 girls. One's obviously fucked up. Uh, 2 guys don't help their buddy. They go in, they go out, they go in, they go out. One guy leaves and gets flown away. One is literally 2 on a honeymoon. They see the canyon. Someone's filming them. They see something. They're being filmed at night. Canyons. They're walking in the fucking canyons and the guy gets killed. Oh, lesbian lover killers. Like, I give a fuck. Then Glitch Man, the killer, Digital Man is a killer now. Digital Man, Circuitry Man, Ghost in the Machine Man, with this fucking lead Wendy bitch, who I'm gonna use it as bait, so I'm just as bad as he, but I'm gonna trap this guy. Yeah, you fucking whore. Nothing against women, just against this fucking character who's a fucking bitch. Then webcam chat dealing with fucking... I swear it only lasted like 10 minutes or so. I have a bump. I'm seeing ghost kids. Oh, I'm unconscious. Now this guy cut a fetus out of me. Something to do with tracking devices. And how long do we have to be doing it? And the guy... Now she saw a doctor. Oh, I guess I'm schizo now. Doodly-doo. And fucking... Doctor's now looking at another woman who's showing her tits. Because every person he sees, they're obligated to show their tits to this doctor. And then this is when the wraparound ends. The wraparound ends before the final story starts. Haven't seen that before. But yeah, just basically the dead guy's a zombie and killed the others and kills the last guy. Whoop-de-doo. And the last story, this last story is probably the only one that has some decent stuff in it. Great, it's 4 guys. They're in Halloween costumes going to a party. And one of the guys, he has like a bear suit and has like a nanny cam like attached to the head. You know, basically they're going to a party and they go to this house and there's clearly no one there. So it's obviously they're in the wrong place, but they go, I guess we're the first ones here. And they go in the fucking house. And even before that, they're like wondering, oh, is it this way? Is it that way? And I'm like, you don't even know where the fuck you're going. And then you go to a house and it's not even, it's obviously not the fucking, there's no one there. But the one I would say, the decent stuff in this is that they do some decent stuff where, like, in one shot, the guy pans over a mirror, there's someone in it, and then it goes by and there's no one there. They do stuff like that. And then they come across, the strange stuff's happening, they go upstairs, and they see, like, these people doing a ritual, I'm guessing an exorcism, to this girl who's chained. And at first they think it's part of an act, but then clearly these people who are doing the ritual, they're getting pulled to the fucking ceiling. So they run off, and then the dumbass who has the nanny cam says, wait, we gotta go back. What? Say what now? What you talking about, Willis? You gotta go back now? You saw motherfuckers go to the ceiling? but we gotta go back and help the girl. I don't think she needs help because the people who are apparently you think are the bad guys, they're being pulled into fucking nowhere. They're being pulled to the fucking ceiling by an invisible force. But yet, if you had a brain, you could figure that out. But just because these characters don't have brains, they don't. So they unchain the girl after attacking the two guys that are left there, and they pretty much get pulled to the ceiling. And there's a section here that I really liked. Sad, I wish this was in a better movie with a better ending and better shit going on. Character development. Just there's a section here. I will say this is the only decent thing in the movie. This one little section, because they're trying to get out of the house, and everything's just going apeshit. This is what I mean. You got hands coming out of the floor. You got hands coming out of the wall. You got you have like a door with a window on the door. It fucking goes. It gets smaller. And this is all in the same shot. Yeah, hands coming in. Yeah, it's plates flying at them, chairs tipping over. I didn't like this door thing. I really like this effect where it closes and gets smaller. And I really like the way they did that. And all this shit's going on. I'm like, wow, this is actually pretty cool. Why isn't this in a better movie? With an actual story or better character development or not the same downer ending, which is not suspenseful anymore because you know it's happening. Because they get her out and she's crying and they're driving and all of a sudden they look back and the girl is two guys in the front, two guys in the back, and the girl's in between them trying to help her stay awake. But then the girl disappears and is now in front of them. So, like we all knew, she was possessed, and their car has stopped along the train tracks. And basically, they get hit by the train, and the movie ends. And that's pretty much the ending of the movie. I know it took me 3 parts to get through this review, but this film just fucking sucks. I mean, if you like the film, that's fine. There's nothing scary about this. There's nothing creepy about this. There's nothing remotely interesting about this. There's nothing, but it's too long. Just like this review. It's too long. It's 2 hours. An hour and 56 minutes about. So yeah, 2 hours. It's stupid characters you don't give a fuck about doing stupid things. Each and every one of them has the same kind of ending, which is a downer ending, and it's not suspenseful because it's cliche now. Every horror film, except maybe St. Francisville Experiment, which I'm like, wow, that was actually kind of unique. I gotta give credit to that. I really do. That's the thing. I'm like, wow, I give props to that film. It actually did something different with the ending. Chronicle, it's not a horror film, but it did its own thing. But these same thing. Blair Witch Project, I love. It wasn't jump scare. The film was not about jump scares. It was about an eerie atmosphere and a legend and character development. And here, they gotta scare you by doing musical stings or fucking other shit. Having people react like non-human beings. And stories that I'm like, really? Like, 2 people on their honeymoon, they talk, they see a girl outside, they sleep, someone films them, and bright fucking light. They go to canyons, they come back, he dies with a knife in the throat, and that's it? Literally, really? I mean, the only decent thing is that the last story has that little bit of action. I'm like, I want to see that in a better movie. Hell, Paranormal Activity 3, I don't like the movie, but those little scenes I liked when it had that stuff happen. I'm like, okay. Like when they went in and there was nothing there, and then everything just fell down. I'm like, okay, that was a good scene. But no, it doesn't mean it's a good movie. That one little bit in this movie was the decent bit when the last story, everything's going apeshit. But really, like, the title doesn't make sense because most of the stuff, they all pretty much take place in today with webcam chats and filming on here and so it's like, why do you even do the VHS thing? Why couldn't it be just like, we need to look for a DVD? Oh, here's a DVD, put it in. It could have just as easily been that. It would have been no difference at all. They could have been looking for a fucking Blu-ray. Would have been no difference. Something that you save on a computer. No difference. At all. So calling VHS, I'm like, what's the point of that? Besides, the rain beat you to it. But unlikable characters, stories that are just stupid or dumb character moments, like the glitch killer. Like, really? Like, maybe in a better movie, but like, your lead character is someone who's like, I don't use you folks as bait because I'm a bitch. I got a fucking screwdriver up my cooch and I was going to twist and turn until I set this right. And so you're a bait. Go fuck yourselves. Y'all gonna die. Saying that shit. I'm like, warning bell. Hello. You ever heard of warning bells? Someone just told you you're gonna die. Punch her in the face and run for the hills. Maybe get Jason Voorhees. Maybe he can protect you somehow, some way. You know, confuse him. Get like his mom's sweater and confuse the shit out of him. This is stupid. It's stupid. Explain how I'm wrong. If you think I'm wrong, be my guest. Explain it to me. Explain how I'm wrong. What is scary about this? Nothing. What is creepy about this? Nothing. What characters are great? In my opinion, no. They don't have time for character development, and they all end the same. They're all bummer endings, and there's like no suspense with that at all. Stupid decisions, and stories that are like, wow, that was just useless. Waste of story. I'll say it again. If you like the film, be my guest, but if you haven't seen it, I dare you to see it. Just, I'm like, a wraparound story that's fucking useless, tedious, and the realm of what the fuck is the point of this? I don't know what the fuck the point is. I really don't. It's just, but anyway, I'm going to end it there because I don't want this to go into 4 parts. But I can't believe this film was directed by how many people? Adam Wingard directed T-56. David Bruckner did Amateur Night. Ty West did Second Honeymoon. Glenn McQuaid did Tuesday the 17th. Joel Swanberg did The Sick Thing That Happened to Emily When She Was Younger. Great title. And the last one was Radio Silence. Who the fuck is Radio Silence? Mixed to positive reviews. Fangoria praised the film. The Mystery of White House, some of the stuff is even on... What, praise the film? Really? Definitely words. No, it doesn't. I'm sorry. I don't see how this works. I put my hand down my pants. That works. But anyway, sorry that this review was so long. But I had to let it out. I had to let my anger out, my frustration out, the stupidity, some of this shit. And it's just like, you can see stuff coming. You can see the twist coming. They try to make it off as... But the thing is, every one of these movies has, like twists. Last Exorcism? Chernobyl Diaries? So, when you know there's a twist coming, that defeats the purpose of what you're doing. That's another thing. I mean, the twists are now cliche. So doing it as, like, natural is like, that's the twist. Being straightforward with it. Fuck this movie. If you like it, that's cool, but this movie's an asshole.